Hitting record. Here, ladies and gentlemen. Time to end separate ways, and by extension, the remake in general. So let's get to it. Final 2 chapters. Let's do it.
You look like you've got something to say.
I have something to ask you.
Why are you, bitch?
But I don't think I'll get a straight answer.
Sorry.
Raccoon City. You know, after the incident, the world changed. You try to save one person, 100 others die. I guess I changed too.
You? Leon S. Kennedy. You haven't changed. You just think you have.
So here's my question. Have you changed, Ada? Or are you just trying to use me again?
What do you think? We're here.
You know, you could just give him a straight answer. Instead of being dumb.
Don't think too hard, handsome. See you later.
Story of my life.
Yeah, you picked the wrong women. Do yourself a favor, and after this, just go and frickin' seek out frickin' Claire and be a couple with her. Like, seriously. In all honesty, any Resident Evil game I review that reveals that Claire is actually Leon's wife instantaneously gets a triple positive. And I know it's the meme answer, but you know what? If it ends up being Chris, that'll be a triple positive too. We do not discriminate on this channel.
Not yet. Whose blood are you here for this time? Mine or Sadler's?
That all depends on you. Change of plans. Of course, you're free to refuse.
Think that gun's gonna be enough?
Interesting.
Okay. I'll do it. But cost you extra.
Wise decision. I'll send you the new coordinates. And remember, I do not like...
Waiting, I know.
Wow. Wow. First scene in the whole fucking game that feels like actual Ada. What the actual fuck? That's not a joke either. That's the first time, legitimately, that I have ever seen the real Ada on screen. I mean, that's knuckin' futs.
I've got a ways to go.
reloaded that. That was kind of pointless to reload, but whatever. I don't know if I want to give the, well, she puked up the parasite thing a negative. I don't know. It doesn't feel like something I should give a negative for. How the fuck? Whatever. That's the first time Ada's ever gotten a hand grenade? Really? Really in this playthrough? Jesus Christ. Not yet. Huh. I don't know. No, I don't think I'm giving Wesker a negative. I'm thinking about it, but it's like, nah, I don't think I'm giving Wesker a negative. My reasoning on that is that my reasoning would be because we don't have establishment that he could get through this himself.
Should be just up ahead.
Like we do in Code for, you know, I'm saying this wrong. God damn it. Like we would.
Perfect for a professional like yourself. Welcome. Came into some other bits and bobs too, mate. Ruby's all rubbish. He makes a deal well struck.
So, yeah. I don't want to get rid of the tech.
Almost anything. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's. That's the way to be. We're starting to get an idea of your tastes, friend. If you want a fighting chance out there, you best tune up your kit. Try that on for size.
Yeah, durability of the knife sounds like a better idea.
All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you. Stocking up while you can. Wise choice. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. Hope to see you again soon, stranger.
Oh, right. Hey, because I was on normal, I turned off aim assist. Whoops!
I was afraid of it.
Of course.
Here, catch. Who's next?
So I'm late.
We brought the medicine just in time.
Can you stand?
Where's Luis?
He was worried about you. Until the end. Come on. We don't have much time. Let's get rid of these things.
For Luis.
Ada, come in. There's a lab where we can remove the parasites. Had a crazy hunch that you'd know where it is.
Their most important facilities are housed in their sanctuary at the top of the mountain. That's where I look.
Huh. Ada the encyclopedia.
Happy to help. Now you owe me.
Yeah.
Don't
Yes, of
die on me
course.
now. Won't budge.
Wow, so we're finally starting to see proper Ada
You're
again.
sure to find something. Welcome. Ooh, what you buying? Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave. If you want a fighting chance out there, you best tune up your kit. Try that
We'll
on
do
for
that.
size. Don't get yourself.
Ah, it's
killed
bad.
now.
Ornate beetles. Well, let's see if I can find some.
I need to open this to get to the comms facility. It needs some power, though.
guess I didn't need that, but whatever. I mean, you gave her the sensor scope, but you don't have her going up against any regenerators. The fuck is that about? Me and my big fucking mouth. Okay, that was actually kind of funny. Oh, I think you just missed it, Raxor. I had the most hilarious thing just happen to me. I literally am like, I'm literally like, okay, why did they give Veda the biosensor scope if we're not gonna fight any regenerators? The second I said that, a regenerator came through a door to attack me. God, that was just so stupid. That was just so stupid. Stupid. And so as soon as the regenerator showed up, I was like, me and my big mouth. Uh Just cue the Iron Man clip from Age of Ultron. You had to ask.
That was bound to happen.
Interesting. I would recommend Phase 1 at the bare minimum, but I can kind of understand. You know, I stopped with the MCU after Endgame, pretty much. Once I saw Endgame, I was like, yeah, I don't need to see anymore.
Lights out.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Raxor. Or honestly, neither was I until I had seen the first Iron Man movie. But then, like I said, once Endgame happened, I was just like, I'm good. I'm done. Black Bass. Well, let's see if we can't make room for that. Oh, cool. Cool. It was just I needed a small vertical space. Did I hear a regenerator? I did hear a regenerator. Oh shit.
Drat. Another one.
Ooh, and this one's got some. And this one's got some. We got a lot of these bastards in them. Shit. Well, that was annoying. Especially considering I ran out of frickin' rifle ammo. Oh, I need a large resource for that. I'm gonna do that then. Actually, I can jump down here. Here for now. Because...
Ooh, welcome. What can I interest you in? I'll buy almost anything. Thank you. We're starting to get crossing your T's, dotting your I's. That's the way to be. Dazzled, are you? Our craftsmanship demands no less. Well then, what can I do you for? You'll get some bang for your buck, I guarantee it. Thank you. Do check out my wares again soon.
yeah. I mean, considering that they're helping immensely, yeah, I think I will. Great. go this way anyway. Oh, fuck. That sucks, Compass. That sucks, Compass. I'm sorry to hear that. It's like, you know, landlord, you could choose. Could you at least pick a lane? 1 minute you're okay and willing to at least give till the end of the week, and then the next day you're like, no, I'm gonna be a dick. What the fuck? Oh, Compass. Here's something that might amuse you that happened to me just today. So here I am playing as Ada here. I have the infrared scope equivalent, and I'm like, okay, why did they give Ada an infrared scope if she's not going to fight any regenerators? The second I said that, a regenerator burst through the door to say hi. Yeah, I wasn't even mad. I was just like,
Not exactly covert, but it'll have to do.
I wasn't even mad. I was laughing at it because it was just so dumb. It was so dumb. Oh, ah!
Excuse me, can I see your ticket?
This.
Well,
Okay,
this is
that was
good.
admittedly a nice quip. Ah! Get out of here.
Not my favorite carnival ride.
Oh, nothing but the finest way. Welcome. Ooh.
How
what
do you
eyeing?
get around anyway? Hey, merchant dude.
Ruby's
Seriously.
all rubbish. It makes a deal well struck.
Okay. I think I'm gonna
Why
grab
not better
this.
to be over prepared? Am I
I'm
right?
gonna grab one of these. And I think that's gonna do it
Well,
for
then,
now.
hope to see you again.
And I'm just gonna use
soon,
that.
stranger.
The area is well guarded. I need to be careful. A radio tower. That's where I need to go.
Nope. Defeat 3 of the... I didn't even find any in the last time.
Ooh, you have the stench of battle on you, mate.
Well, fuck. How am I gonna navigate this? I am getting closer. Fuck it. Ah, crap. Move, Beta, move! Come on! Ugh. Wow, I don't think I'm getting through this. Okay, wait until they're done. There we go.
Lights out.
Ow. No honor among assholes, apparently. There you are. Just wondering where the hell you were. Oh, okay. fair, Raxor, fair. I was like, what is he? Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. No, there's no way other way across. All right.
It's just one thing after another today.
I had a night like that. That had a few nights ago, Ada. Never fun. I'll grant you that. Eh? Do I hear what I think I hear? Oh. No, I just hear a parasite.
Need to find the main terminal.
Okay, I need to figure out the code. Oh, there we go. I forgot Ada has a cheat code.
Something tells me this isn't just a comms facility.
Hi.
You don't look friendly. This is where we say goodbye. Guess my new friend was the result of some experiment.
Whoa, hello. Here we go. Turn around and run, Ada. Woo! Sheesh. I would say all he wants is a hug, but I wouldn't trust a hug from that guy. Oh, great.
Better watch out. Well, that was excessive.
Yeah, I think it was better with Leon and in the original, honestly.
This is it. Now, how to connect the device. I'm at the site and jacked into the main terminal. You're going to blow up this entire island, including the president's daughter. Won't that make things harder for you?
There's no room for half measures. The weak exist to serve the strong. Enough talk. Bring me the amber. I've arranged a way for you to get back to the island.
Copy that. On it now. Okay, Luis. What was it that you said again? You should have known by now, Whisker. I don't always play by your rules. Okay, I'm done here.
this new friend is gonna show up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I was off by a few seconds.
Only one way through this.
Ooh. Sorry, buddy. Oh, shit.
Always have an out.
Child, do not resist.
Ugh.
Got you now, Sadler.
Alright. 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 So, for the first time, for the first time, I'm in all of separate ways. Well, oh, no. Okay, second time, excuse me. Because I actually did give one with Luis earlier. So, for the second time, I'm in the DLC. I'm giving a positive to a moment within separate ways, because the whatchamacallit, oh, that laser chase through leading that BOW into the lasers, that was actually really cool and very well done, because the idea there is that Ada had only one out. Now, she needed to effectively lure it through the lasers and escape the lasers herself. We'll ignore the fact that the lasers decided to be harder on the way out than on the way in, but you know what? If I nitpick that would be petty as fuck, so let's not. The funny thing about that laser sequence was, it felt, in fact, the entirety of that chapter felt weirdly good. Like I don't even know how to fully quantify it. Right. That chapter actually kind of felt like it was the first chapter of Separate Ways that I felt was legitimately good, outside of, a couple of bits with Lewis in that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and say DLC slash well, yeah, main story quest of the DLC. go ahead and we'll give a positive. I'll go ahead and give an overall positive to Chapter 6. Because, yeah, for the first time ever, I was actually able to take Ada seriously. Seriously. In the whole of Separate Ways, that's the first time I've been able to take her seriously. Which is funny because that also means by extension that that's the first time I've been able to take her seriously this entire remake. That's sad. Like that is obnoxiously sad. And that makes me so sad cuz it's like ugh. You know. No random Krauser fight though. So far, we'll see if Chapter 7 decides to be dumb about that, but who knows. I am predicting a Sadler fight in the final chapter, though. I'll go ahead and I'll say that. I do like how fast we're breezing through. We're breezing through Separate Ways. Alright, let's end Separate Ways, finally. Then we can move on to Mercenaries. Then we can audit this sucker. And then we can finally be done with Resident Evil 4, really. Just in general.
Now, find Leon and Sadler.
Alright.
Leon's headed for their sanctuary. I'll meet him there.
Gun rhymes with fun for a reason, stranger.
Uh-huh.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? A deal well struck. A well-tuned weapon can make
Yeah,
up
I'll
for it.
do
Sad
that.
to say that's the end of the road for that weapon. Packs a punch. Enough for most, at least. Dazzled, are you? Our craftsmanship demands no less. Well, don't get yourself killed now.
Haha, guide you before your buddy opened the door.
Not again.
You know what? It's the last chapter. I might as well start using this thing. Get a feel for it, you know? Hell yeah! Okay, we're gonna save that. We'll switch over to the TMP. Ow. Okay, cannot disable those. Got it.
I'm empty.
Just in case. Okay, why not? A beret. I'm guessing that's for a quest.
Here we go. Almost there.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. I'll buy almost a deal well struck. That's good work, if I do say so myself. There you are, as you wished. Thank you. Do check out my wares again soon. I can hardly contain myself. I can feel it. You're the type that gets things done.
I was kind of hoping that was for a request. That beret was for a request, admittedly, but whatever. actually equipped the right gun for that.
Go!
I forgot about that. I was like, wait a minute. Alright, Gruesome. Time for you to get your ass kicked.
Word Lamb, servant of the heretic wolf. This will be your trial.
Heretic Wolf, huh?
Tribulation. You were the one in for a
You really are gonna compare Wesker to me.
There is no escape. Pray. Repent. Why do you resist?
How?
You little wretch. Your weapons turned against you. Insolence.
Ow.
Heretic.
Shit. Okay, I have one first aid spray left. I'm gonna have to get away from. Oh, fuck off.
Your suffering shall soon be over.
Oh shit! Well, there it goes. I got him. Goodbye. I gotta see what that trophy was. Obviously, that was a separate ways trophy. No, it was just had enough of preachers. Yeah.
Control, come in. I have the package. This is gonna be hard to explain at customs.
Well done, Ada. Evacuate immediately.
Understood.
Someone is coming to pick you up.
I trust everything is fine on your end, too. Yeah.
Ada!
looking for. I need to hurry.
Oh, great. You're gonna throw a time limit up too? I didn't like this in the original. Let's see how it goes this time.
Lights out.
Shit.
Bring me a challenge.
No way but forward? Whatever. I'll just take the hit. Take the hit. Just take the hit so we can move on. I've only got 3.5 minutes left. I was just saying that, Ada. God damn it. Sorry, Nada. I still don't feel comfortable calling you that. Calling you Ada.
Lights out.
How? Oh, come on. Ah, come on. No. Oh, wow. Okay, they actually give you plenty of time. Thank you for purchasing our warheads. Ah, okay, that's actually kind of great.
I'm getting sick of your shit.
Don't worry, Leon. We're almost done. Oh shit, there's still more.
This. Hold on, Leon.
Okay, well, you know what? Looks like... Oh, come on! Get off me! Oh, come on. Shit. Out of the way. You too. Shit.
I can still make it.
Ah, come on. Shit. Come on. Oh, damn it. I'm in combat. That's why. Get off. Ow. That actually helped. Thanks, big guy. Let's get the hell out of here, because I am out of goddamn time right now. I think I made it.
Leon needs help. Hurry.
Okay. I actually kind of like that. Weirdly enough, I actually kind of like that. Nobody had to tell her who Ada was. Nobody had to tell Ashley who Ada was. As soon as she saw her, it was like, you're that woman that Leon was talking to. Who? He needs help. Get over there. Help him. That's awesome. I didn't think I was going to give that a moment positive, but you know what? I'm going to give that a moment positive. Now that I'm saying it out loud, yeah, that's getting a moment positive.
I'm on it.
I also like that Ada doesn't argue. It's like, yeah, okay. I mean, I was going to do that anyway, but all right. All right, come on. We've only got 30 seconds left. Let's go.
Use this.
get some final thoughts. Let's get some final thoughts down. Well, Leon is wrapping this up for the second time.
Ada, what the hell are you doing?
Nothing personal, Leon. Luis and I had an arrangement. Don't worry, I'll take good care of it. Ride's here. You coming?
You are such... you... Why are you all over the place, Ada? Why are you all over the place? I need to check something. So let's view all trophies. Let's go here. Pretty sure? Yep, there we go. It kept you busy. Persanta. Oh yeah, I guess I can get back to it.
I think we both know this. It's where we go our separate ways.
I see. Better get a move on.
Cute.
Until next time, Leon.
Leon!
Patch me through. I've obtained the amber.
Excellent.
Just one question. What are you planning to do with this?
I do not pay you to ask questions. All you need to know is a new dawn is breaking. 100 will give their lives so that just one may live. I am expediting that change.
So, we're talking millions of casualties.
Billions.
How ambitious. We're changing course now.
give it last time. I know it was one of the last negatives I gave. I only give it 1 in the original, so I'm only going to give it 1 here. Alright, that's Separate Ways. So let's get some final thoughts down. Did I already put the Ashley thing down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I did. Alright. So here's how I'm going to phrase this. Pasanta, the it creature, I should have given it yesterday. I didn't, but I'm going to make up for it by giving it a positive now. And I'm also going to give a positive to Sadler. Sadler was actually a fun fight in this one. Nice, East Reverie. Everything I've seen and heard says that's a good game, so cool. I'm actually going to be playing a JRPG soon myself. Oh, weirdly enough. Anyways, words. Yeah, I really like it. I really liked those boss fights. That being said, though, yeah, that final gauntlet as Ada sucks. It sucked in the original, and it sucked here. Admittedly, you get barely enough time to get everything done, and I don't like it. And the fact that it faked you out, basically, well, no, it only faked you out once. The fact that it faked you out at all is kind of irritating, and don't even get me started on being body blocked by a bunch of obnoxious enemies. On higher difficulties, that gauntlet, that I could imagine that gauntlet being god awful, but nah. Overall, Separate Ways was not very good, in my opinion. Just overall, it wasn't. I don't think it's enough to warrant a gameplay negative. Just like if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't in the original either. Yeah, no, it was not. It's not. So I'm gonna say, so yeah, Separate Ways gameplay wise is a wash. Story wise, okay. I think what I'm gonna do is story wise, I think I am actually gonna give a negative to Separate Ways in general. Oh, wow. Got an A rank unassisted. I mean, cool, but whatever. I wasn't even shooting for a rank. I was just shooting for getting through the damn thing. So now we get the dress, we get undercover, we get the vest, we get the suit. Cool. Alright, so, yeah. I'm going to give one story negative to the entirety of Separate Ways, but I am standing behind that negative I gave the dialogue, Ada's dialogue in Separate Ways. Overall, I didn't like it, but there was a couple of good moments in it. All right, we are almost done.
This is Control, you're flying off course, report. This is Control, you're flying off course, report. This is Control, you're flying off course, report. The pilot isn't responding.
Sir, the explosions failed to detonate simultaneously. Calculated destruction is well below 50% of the estimates. Most of the island remains intact.
Oh, Ada. What to do with you?
The choppers is still within range, sir. Should we open fire?
No. Her little act of defiance changes nothing. Besides, we have all we need. We continue. As planned.
They retrieved Krauser.
Soon, the sun will set on the age of man.
Okay. Okay. That actually was good. I'll give you that one. That final bit was good. So we're giving one last. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give that post-credit scene a positive because yes, good foreshadowing for RE5 is good foreshadowing for RE5. So I might as well. All right. Good lord, that is kind of annoying. Anyways, but yeah. So that's Separate Ways. Professional mode has been unlocked. 4 separate ways. But we are not quite done just yet. Yeah, might as well. Because we've established I don't even need that many for the stuff I would want on that. So we'll just grab those. So I actually want to see something. Whoa, no. Extras, there we go. So that's her dress. And then that's just putting her in her regular outfit again. We could put Leon in his original outfit. And we could put Wesker in his original RE4 outfit. Okay. Sure. Oh, we can actually change what costume Leon's in in separate ways too. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. So that's neat. All right, let's load up chapter. Let's load up a new game. Hey, Neko. Let's load up a new game of separate ways, and take a look. Yep, good new game plus on here. So there you go. It's still a good new game plus either way. All right, all right. One last thing to do before we call it a review. Gee, I wonder why he's still grumpy. She's still grumpy. All right, let's see what they did with mercenaries. Okay, apparently we don't have all of the characters. Achieve an S or above as Leon on all stages to unlock that. That looks like his pinstripe. A rank or above as Leon on any stage to unlock. I'm guessing Lewis. We have no idea there. Ada. We have no idea. Achieve an A rank as Ada to unlock that. All right. Well, let's try out mercenaries. Okay, mercenaries. Defeat as many enemies as possible within the time limit. Taking them out in quick succession. Mission from a combo will net you bonus points. Okay. Ow. Okay, apparently we have special abilities. Cool. Ah, come on! No! I'm gonna lose my combo because of that. Okay, I didn't lose my combo. Cool. No! Ah, damn it. Oh, come on! Can you stop doing that? Oh, come on. Get off! Fuck.
Time's up.
Alright, how bad did I do? Oh, wow! That's actually an A rank. Cool. Okay. I'm starting to feel a positive for this, I'll be honest. Castle has been unlocked. Register with the leaderboards? Nah. So we got Lewis. On all stages with Leon for that one. Achieve an A rank or above was Lewis to unlock Krauser. Hunk, we have no idea. And then, yeah. Huh. Okay, I'm feeling a positive for this Mercenaries mode. Did I give Mercenaries a negative last time? In the original? I don't remember if I did or not, so let's double check. No, I did not give a negative to it last time. But I did put it under mini game last time. I actually gave it a positive in the original. Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna give it multiple positives, as it is this time. Because that actually is really damn fun. That actually is really damn fun. How many pauses do I want to give it? You know, honestly, this is reminding me more and more of the Mercenaries mode in RE5. So I think I'm actually gonna give it a. I think I'm actually gonna give it a triple. I think I am just gonna go ahead and give it a triple. So yeah, I'm not gonna be stingy about this. I'm just gonna give it a full 3 positives. Positives to gameplay for the Mercenaries mode. All right, that's it. That's it. That's everything now. That's RE4. All right. It's time to cut the music because it's time to go ahead and get some music going because it's time to audit this sucker so that we can be done. Resident Evil 4 remake. Remake soundtrack. Oh. Well, I guess we're just doing the RE4 stuff now. And we'll just do the RE4, the original RE4 soundtrack. Screw it. Alright. So, as ever, we're going to start with the Do I Agree With list. And then we're going to move on. Alright. So here we go. Now I want RE4R. Alright, so, as ever, we're going to start with the Uh, we're gonna start with that. So Laura gave a triple positive to the animations because of the RE engines. The RE engines motion capture. What did I give the animations? I didn't give any. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it a triple as well. Yeah, let's not be stingy. Let's just go ahead and give that triple animation. Let's give the animations a triple. Hipple. I don't think I need to I don't think I need to be stingy on this one. Sprite work he gave a double to because of the main cast and various enemies throughout. Yeah, sure. Pull up the sprite work. Brickwork. Eric, he gave for the village. What did I give for brickwork, if anything? Because I don't know if I... Do I want to give the brickwork? Or anything? You know what? Let me circle back around to the brickwork. Brickwork. Doodads! It's... Ooh, Doodads gave a triple. You know what? There's enough in all of the environments that I actually do think the doodad usage is actually really good. Now, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, actually, it really is. It really is. No, not the brickwork. Not the brickwork. I don't think the brickwork is very good. I don't think it's that good. So we're gonna say doodad usage. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll up the doodad usage. The initial town segment. He also gave a brickwork for the forest. I don't think the brickwork is that good. Well, okay, the castle, sure, but the I'm not actually going to give. I'm not actually going to give each section section its own positive, but yeah, I will say a triple for it in general. I'm not going to go overboard with the doodads because I don't think the doodad usage is great in every single like thing. But the castle is like the main exception there. I actually should mention that in the doodad positive. You know what? Let's give the actually, yeah, let's give the brickwork in the castle a positive. I'll agree with a double brickwork positive for the castle. That's what I'll agree to. That's what I'll agree to. Oh yeah, the sound design. I. Oh, did I give a sound design positive down in the gameplay? Actually, that's something I need to check. Certainly, car mechanic. I did not. All right, then I need to give. So yeah, sound design absolutely on the gameplay, but I also should give a sound design positive on the story. I do agree with that. sound design on there. Alright, cutscene. Leon and Luis's escape was weirdly well choreographed. Oh, is that... is he referring to when... and Ashley leads them out? It looks like that's what he's referring to here. So, hey, we're actually in agreement. That's funny. Holding the line at the house. Okay. Oh, no, he's talking about when they get out on the first time. Okay, never mind. Holding the line at the house. Okay. I didn't care about that from a story perspective, so I'm just going to say meh. Brickwork we went over. Doodads we went over. I'm not going to go overboard with the doodads and the thing. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like if I'm going to do that, I'm going to... It's going to, like, retroactively do other stuff. But anyways. Princess Peach section. Yeah. Yeah. Banter, general banter, positive between Leon and Ashley. You know what? If I'm willing to give a positive to Leon's character arc, I should give a positive to this one. So we'll do it here. In fact, I'm going to go beyond him on this one. Because I think the banter between Ashley and Leon is actually triple positive worthy. I do. I honestly do think the banter between Ashley and Leon is just gold. Just absolute gold. Gold the entire time. Good shit. Good shit. So he gave a voice acting positive to Ashley, a double voice acting positive to Ashley, specifically. So he basically gave the vocal performance from Ashley's voice actress a double positive. Is that in place? No, that's not it. That's not in place of it. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and just... I'm just going to go ahead and just do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Alright, let's do it. There you are, RE4 Remake. We are giving huge credit to Guinevere. Oh, I am butchering this horribly. We are giving huge amounts of praise to Ashley's voice actress, and apparently this is the very first time she has done any voice acting. So I think ink Ashley in specific, and then a general one for everybody else is warranted. Because again, you know what? No. No. I know what I'm going to do with voice acting. I know exactly what I'm going to do with voice acting. I'm gonna nuke the general one, and then I'm gonna give both Leon and whatchamacallit. And Ashley. Ah, also unbolt that. So yeah, we're gonna give a single for Leon's voice actor, and we're gonna give a. You know what? I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give her. I'm actually gonna give her. Give this actress whose name I will not even attempt him to say out loud anymore because I know I'm gonna butcher it. I meant the name, not you, you stupid cat. God. I don't even know where the hell you are right now. But yeah, no, Wechner? I have no idea. I am so sorry about this because, God. Yeah, let's give Ashley's voice actress a triple, and Leon's a single, and then the voice acting the voice acting positive can just be shifted down to just being for Leon's voice actor. Because, yeah, like I said. Alright, there we go. So he gave a positive for Leon. He gave a positive for Lewis. Yeah. I disagree with the enjoyable the entire time, but whatever. Yeah, I didn't like him dealing with the trauma from 2, but at first, but there it is. Alright, here we go. Now on to the story negatives now. So let's move on to the story negatives now for the do I agree with list, because we're done with the positives now. Time to move on to the negatives. And we can get rid of that. And we can get rid of that, because we're done. I am not putting Ada's voice actress's name in my document. So yeah, he gave both a voice acting and a voice direction negative for Ada. She sounds wrong and bad, which is wild to think about. The voice coming out of that woman does not match her appearance or tone at all, even if I wasn't already familiar with Ada's character, and almost every line she says is said just plain wrong. Yeah, agreed. That is exactly why I was a lot harsher with Ada than Lore was. I am very picky when it comes to voice acting. Very picky. Pacing. Pacing and padding. Adding, it's connected negative. There are some weird lurches in the story, which is made worse. Here's because the narrative reaches a fairly natural endpoint and then keeps going for a while. What natural endpoint are you talking about, Lore? Or Sadler needs to be destroyed. He's not in the rest of the series. And I'm sorry, leaving a goddamn death cult is ridiculous. Ugh. Whatever. I'm gonna just disagree with that. Stop that. Too many hyper edits, too many jump cuts, actively hurts several otherwise good scenes. I didn't really notice it. I didn't even notice that, so no, I'm not going to agree to that. And then an additional voice acting negative for Ada in the DLC. No, I'm not going to be that harsh. I mean, granted, I've already given a triple negative to the voice acting for Ada, so to the character and to the voice acting. So no, but then again, I also think it's badly judged. Leon was also a positive and a negative for me, so there's that. But yeah, and apparently he was fine with Remake Krauser. Whatever. Moving on. Alright. Hey, let's do this. So, he gave a positive to difficulty options because there's some basic but decent stuff. I'm gonna say meh, honestly to that, but I get his point. I do get his point. He gave a double to the Tache Case Tetris system. I believe I mentioned that. Well, I guess that's basically part of the power progression curve for me, so there it is. because I didn't do that. So, so itemization he gave a positive to, yeah. HUD. Do I want to give a positive to the HUD? Did I even give a positive to the HUD in the last one? I should not have closed that. God damn it. Let's see. Serialization. Kit. Economy, sound design, checkpoints. I might have to give a. I will definitely have to give a mid-mission checkpoint positive if I haven't already. Difficult curve. Looks like I did not. So I'm not going to give a positive to the HUD in this one either. Quite a bit of info in game. Yeah, I agreed with that. The map? I didn't like the map in this one. I thought the map was just way too fiddly. I felt it fiddly, and the lack of a mini-map was just... Did I feel like the mini-map, the lack of a mini-map hurt this one? No. No, I don't think the lack of a mini-map actually hurt this one, so I'm going to say meh there. So he gave a viscerality positive to the audio, specifically. I gave viscerality in general. I know that. Did I feel like the viscerality worked? It was good enough to warrant some pause. You know what? Once you actually get there, yes. Yeah, once you start upgrading your weapons and you get there, it actually is. Alright. So yeah, we'll up viscerality. Alright, core mechanic. The knife parry. Ooh, yes. Right. The parry. I forgot about that. And I keep forgetting to do that. And I keep forgetting to mention that. So he put that under core mechanic. Yeah, I'm gonna give the parry a positive because there's no reason to be stingy with that. The parry was brilliant throughout. Kit, the guns, yeah. Ooh, Weapon variety. That's right. I should give a weapon variety positive because the weapon variety was there in this one. Oh, I put it under kit. Okay. And I gave it 2 positives last time in there. All right. Oh, I gave 1. Let's not be stingy. I'm going to give 2 positives to weapon variety in this one. Thank you, Lord. Alright. Sound design, enemy design. Hmm. I only gave the regenerators last time. I'm gonna say... Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna leave it. Whatever I've already given it is what it's got. I don't think it's that great, personally. Now, enemy variety, on the other hand, I am actually gonna go ahead and give I'm at okay. How many did I give the original? Actually, that's what I'm thinking. It's a triple. It's a triple in the original. Okay. Yeah, by the time you get to the end of Remake, it's triple territory for enemy variety, in my opinion. And yes, I will stand behind that 1000%. So, did I already give enemy variety? I did not. Okay. Then in that case, let's go ahead and give enemy variety. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, no. That enemy variety was just through the goddamn roof. Music. I don't know. I'm not feeling the music. I'm not feeling the music on this one. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Guidance. Guidance in the main campaign, yeah. I will admit, I still think there's a bit of a walk-through-itis problem, so I'm not going to give that positive, but I understand why he did. So the first sequence in the town, with the ability to swap sets, would support multiple playstyles, ability to swap with the playing, meh. I'm not really feeling the encounter design, like I said. How do I feel about the pacing? That's a good question. How do I feel about the pacing? Honestly, I think the pacing is excellent. I'm actually going to go well beyond lore on this one. Let's make sure I'm not overextending here. Give me a second. Okay. Looks like I am not. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna be stingy. The pacing was exquisite here too. So, triple positive for that. Like I said, going beyond lore on that one. I understand why you only gave one, but there it is. Tasks for special upgrade currency. Oh, he gave a positive to the side quests. Which, lore, I don't know if you realize this, but there were no side quests in the original. I am actually going to go ahead and give a positive to the side quests. I do agree, positive to the side quests. That's good stuff. Shooting gallery, I've said my piece. I went all out. Del Lagos. Del Lagos. Okay. Did I give Del Lagos a positive in the original? That's actually what's going to determine this, actually. Let's see. I did. I gave him 2 positives. You know what? He's just as good as in the original. What am I doing? Yeah, no. Or did I? Hang on. No, I didn't. What the hell am I thinking? Okay. Actually, let me consult the trophy list. I want the official name. I want the official name, damn it. Del Lago with no S. Got it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be stingy on this one either. Del Lago is a double. I'm just like he was in the original. Overworld for the village and lake exploration. Ugh. I kind of low-key hated the lake, so I'm gonna leave that as a wash. That's what I'm gonna do. El Gigante, yeah. Ooh, the house. The house. I gave the LAAI positive for that, so I'm not gonna harp on that. I didn't actually give. Oh no, I did give the okay. I gave the house sequence a positive. Wait, where do you fight Del Lago? Oh, that's a good point. Shit. Del Lago. Fuck. Okay, I don't actually remember where you fight Del Lago. Give me a second. Okay. Let me check. Because I may need to move that. Give me a second. Chapter. It's not chapter 1, I know that. Maybe chapter 3? Give me a sec. I need to check. Checking to see where. Yeah, he's actually up in the intro. Whoops! In what I consider the intro. Oops. Chop. Oh, that's the other thing too. Is he before or after El Gigante? Okay, let me double check. El Gigante, are you chapter 4? Scrolling. Yes, you are. Okay. So it's actually before El Gigante. Which means I need to put that as intro / boss. Because, yeah, I chopped the intro at that. Okay, cool. Alright. There we go. So, yeah, Del Lago, double positive. Absolutely. Alright. The house encounter he actually gave 2 to. I'm not going to. Mostly because of. Mostly because I think the house sequence was just kind of there in the remake. Well, You know what? Let me look at it. How much I did. How many I gave it in the original. The house raid in the original was a triple. I didn't have that much fun, but I think a double is warranted. I think it's a double that's warranted this time. I think that works. No, I'm gonna do. Fuck it. I'm gonna do a triple. Fuck it. Like I said, let's not be stingy. Man, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I will not lie about that. But there's a lot of stuff to go over, so there we go. The dual chainsaw ladies. What do I think of the dual chainsaw ladies? You know what? Yeah, let's give the dual chainsaw ladies a positive. There's no reason to be that stingy with it. Let's not be super stingy. All right. So, terrain. Consider this an aggregate positive for arena design throughout almost all of the village and forest areas. Almost all of them have the hallmarks of solid arena design. Multiple routes, decent spreads of pickups, few dead ends, and useful checkpoints. Choke points, excuse me. Nah. No. Pacing, the castle's early sequence. I'm not gonna. I've already given a triple for the pacing. I'm not gonna go further. The blind dude, I gave him a positive. Yep. The troll and his rocks. Oh, he's talking about the El Gigante cannon sequence. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I gave that too. I gave that too. Encounters, been an aggregate, but the encounters continue being interesting in the castle. Eh. Verdurgo, yeah. The minecart sequence, I didn't like that one. I didn't like Krauser 1. I thought it was dumb. I thought it was kind of dumb, so whatever. Hold the line with the wrecking ball. Yes, I'm glad he and I agree on that. Hell yeah. Mike, yeah. Replayability, yeah, I'm gonna give that as well. New game plus us triple. What did I give the new game plus? Ooh, that's a good question. What did I give the new game plus? Where's my new game plus? I only gave it. Oh, I gave it 4. Okay, I gave it 4. All right. Yep. No, we're good. We agree. Laura and I agree. Go figure. Mercenaries mode. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. General quality of life. Ada's Gigantos, El Gigante fight. I didn't care for that one. I thought that one was dumb. Level design in general as well as Island 1, and then he gave Sadler and he gave pacing a general positive in the DLC. Meh. I'm gonna say wash to that. I'm gonna say wash to all that. But what I am gonna do though is I am gonna give a replayability plus. Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright, replayability, there we go. Alright, so now we're done with that. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Now it's on to the negatives. Okay, the DLC practices. He gave it a double. I'm going to stick to a single. Map. God, I hated the map in this one. Did I give the map a negative? Because if I didn't, I need to give the map a negative. Because it's actually utterly gutter trash. I think it's best to put it here. There we go. So there we go. Alright. Inability to bank most things. Yeah, I was like, eh. Wait. I need to reword that, actually. Yeah, I'm still sticking to my guns for a triple for that, though. Guns in particular are not good when they're not very good when they're upgraded. Getting ammo is and then he says it's gaining ammo is frustrating. Yeah. I think I am gonna go ahead and give that. I think I'm going to go ahead and agree to that. So yeah, I'm gonna agree to those. Padding. Oh, well, enemies have a lot of the same issues as in previous games. In previous games, they're added to the overall vibe and core gameplay loop, but here it just aggravates constant starvation, which is made worse by the fact that the one mechanic the game was built into it to help bypass missing resources, the vendor, doesn't really sell ammo. I'm not gonna give a negative to the merchant not selling ammo. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not willing to go that far. And I'm not really gonna give a padding negative for that either. The controls. Oh yeah, the evasion being kind of weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give I think I am actually gonna give the dodging a negative just because it's so unwieldy in this one. The double blind guys? Ugh, no, I don't actually hate that one. The castle catapults. What did I give that? Dodging the cannons, yeah, yeah. And then I gave Ramon a triple, so there's that. A lot of he claimed that there was a double negative for padding in this one. I disagree. I'm just kind of indifferent to that. The staggering is a triple. Screw that. And that's all he has. So, okay. So now we're finally done with the do I agree with list. Jesus, that took a while. So, on the story axis, wow, did we jump? Holy crap, did we ever jump? God damn. We jumped quite a bit. We jumped quite a bit in the story. Holy crap. Because I need to erase all but 4 of those. I need to erase all but 1 of those and put that there. Because that's where we are gameplay story positives. Story negatives 27. Then I believe that is exactly where we are at with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So that's perfect. Gameplay positives went up. I know they went up. Quite a bit. Yet again. 22. They went up 22. The gameplay negatives, I believe, did actually increase to exactly 50. To exactly 50. Alright. There we go. That is actually looking about right. Alright. There we go. Whew. God, that's a lot. But I stand behind it. There is a lot of good on this story. It's just there's also a lot of crap in this story, too. There's a reason why it's got 27 times the number of negatives that the original got on the story. And wow, did the negativity on the gameplay also expand a bit. With the positives not really matching, but hey. So yeah. Let's see. So now that we're done with that, let's finally bring this to an end now. All right. This should be quick because we went over so much in the frickin' do I agree with list. So, animation, said my piece. Atmosphere and tone, said my piece. Babylon 5 effect, yeah. Background lore, said my piece. Banter, said my piece. Branching narrative, said my piece. Brickwork, said my piece. Camera work, said my piece. Character, said my piece. Cutscenes, have said my piece. Let's see. Consequence, storytelling, dialogue, empty. No real empty text. I'm not gonna give that. External continuity, I'm gonna say wash to because there's some good use of it and some bad use of it. Foreshadowing, I mean, not really for the game itself, but for future entries. Humor, integration and segregation, internal continuity. Video said my piece, intro, lighting, localization, In pacing, padding, plot, optionals, printed speech sections, sound design, sprite work, story sequencing, storyboarding, storytelling mechanics, themes, visual continuity, visual storytelling, voice acting, voice direction, world building, there really wasn't any, and writing. Okay, yeah, no, that is exactly where we stand. That is exactly where we stand on the story. Alright, namely... well, sorry, 64, not plus 64. It's going to be a bit lower than plus 64. But we are ending with 64 positives, 27 negatives to story. Now let's move on to gameplay. Is there anything in the gameplay I want to do? All roads lead to Rome. Yeah. Animations. I didn't feel the animations this time around, so I'm going to say wash there. Audio spam, I've said my piece. Backtracking, the backtracking was fine. It really wasn't even that bad. It's not that bad, and so I'm not gonna ding it. You are not forced to really backtrack all that much. No real bestiary. The bosses have said my piece. Built-in cheats and all that. Core mechanics, core combat, cosmetics. Economy, encounter rate, encounters, enemy variety, no real gotcha, integration and segregation, like game, map, I've said my piece. I'm not going to give the mini-map and the lack of mini-map there. Honestly, Raxor, what's funny is with how down I've been on, how much I was down on the remake in the first session. You might think that way. I'm actually not opposed to going for platinum on this one. Will I succeed? Probably not, but I'm willing to do it. I am absolutely willing to do it on this one because this is a good remake. I still prefer the original, but that's not to say that this is a bad game. Look at the scoreboard right now. Enough said, really. Anyways, oh, damn it. It's good. Yes, it's good. That's the point, Raxor. That's the point, Raxor. It's good. This is a good game. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm sorry, my words suck. That's true. That's true. Who? An actually bad game? Well, it would depend on the feel up until like the rant view threshold. That's where I say this is a terrible game. You know, that's where we start getting into that. But yeah. Okay, so I need to give, if I haven't already, a couple of things actually. Or no. No, it's just the one. Okay. So we'll put it here. Ouch! But I get it. I get it, Raxor. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, do you hate her because of the route you chose? Or did you choose your route based upon your hatred of Edelgard? That's my question. That's how I'll word that. Yeah. So her actions on the route you chose. Those. Yeah. Like, I like Edelgard, but oh boy, she's gonna be responsible for many, many negatives in Three Houses when we get there. Oh boy! Yeah, the whole becoming the Emperor thing. That part didn't bug me. It's all the shit she does in Crimson Flower that fucking pisses me off. Admittedly. Like, when you actually get to the time skip, it's like, ugh. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll give it a double for the mid-mission checkpoints. It's here in the remake. There we go. Mini games. Yeah, the mercenaries I gave. Mods for New Game Plus options. I was actually more in love with these options than Laura was. Ah, that's funny. Power progression curve, Princess Peach sections, quality of life, replayability. I've said my piece. Seconds a minute. Law, terrain, sterilization on screen, viscerality. Yeah. Okay. So the audit did slightly raise the score. One last little inch. One last little tiny inch. First point, Raxor. Second point I'm gonna make. Because this is part of some positives I gave. Skip all these cutscenes. Oh, can I not check his inventory right now? Shit. Can't check his inventory right now. Okay, hang on. When I can show you the inventory... I'll show you why I love this New Game Plus. Okay, come on. Beginning's a little slow, so give me a second here. I want to get to the point where I can draw my gun. Come on, Leon, let's get to the point where you can draw your gun. Yeah, run, Leon, run! You can choose your difficulty on a New Game Plus run. And it still counts as a New Game Plus run. So you can actually increase or decrease the difficulty at your leisure. So, yeah. That's all I wanted to show for that. That's all I wanted to show for that. I'm not interested in doing that thing. Yeah, exactly. As it should be. I agree. That's why this New Game Plus got 4 positives, by the way. 3 for the New Game Plus itself, 1 for it being able to shift your gear over to a new difficulty setting. That's the one thing that the New Game Plus from the original was lacking. That was the one thing. Because you effectively had to stay on the same file and you couldn't shift difficulties on that same file. Oh, in other words, in the original, you had to beat professional in order to do a New Game Plus run on professional. However, any of the if you started a New Game Plus run on, say, your normal file, you'd still get the advantages you get for the professional defeating. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. It doesn't bug me in the original, admittedly, but it is the one flaw. The one flaw I will say about it. It didn't bug me in the original, so I didn't really call it out in the original. But yeah, no, doing that now is stupid. Stupid. Especially considering that it's like, because back then, back on the PS2, I could kind of understand that because that would be kind of difficult to program. Somewhat. Well, actually, I tell a lie because this DMC3, he slaps me across the face. Ace and says, "Hi, bitch." But whatever. I just defeated my own argument with a Capcom game. Oh. Anyways, the point is it didn't bug me that much in original RE4. It should have been fixed. It never was. Fair enough. Anyways. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, no. So, anyways, to get back on track, so we can move on to Chrono Trigger finally. Whoa! God damn it. I dread if we ever find a game with 510 negatives. Negatives to gameplay. Jesus Christ. I can't even think of a game that I would give 500, actually, for real, give 500 negatives to. Ew, on either axis, never mind. For the record, the highest I've ever gone for either... Yeah, an MMO is the only one that I could think of, and even then, I don't know. Because it would have to be like the entirety of an MMO. Like the entirety of FF14 or something. And honestly, it's like, ugh. And I've already vetoed any MMOs. I'm not reviewing any MMOs. Lore has figured out the MMO format because he knows several MMOs. I'm not doing that for mine. I am not into MMOs. I'm not doing that. Yeah, they're kind of less and less because they're expensive to maintain, and and obviously everything's going to be compared to the two big elephants in the room. WoW and FF14. So, meh. And that's kind of the problem. And don't even get me started on some of the horror stories I've heard of, like, elitist dumbasses when it comes to certain MMOs communities. Ugh. I forget which one it was, but one of them was like so new player hostile that it was ridiculous. Yeah, I think that's the one I was referring to, Raxor. The one that is where the player base is so new player hostile that it's like, what? Are you guys human beings or are you demons from hell? Jesus. Anyways, well, speaking of demons, let's finally tally up the final score for Resident Evil 4 Remake, shall we? So, our final score for Resident Evil 4 Remake is plus 37 to story, and plus 44 to gameplay. Let's see. I'm just gonna double check because I want to see my numbers for OG. So yeah, that's 41 points lower on. That's 41 points lower on gameplay and 24 points lower on story. That tracks. which means our final score for RE4 Remake, yeah, that perfectly tracks for me. Net rests itself very comfortably with a final score of plus 81. Whoops, plus 81. Yeah, that tracks for me. This is a good game. It has a lot of flaws to it, but it is a very, very good game. It does not replace the original. As I said, frickin' 60 points lower than the original. But I still say this is a great example of a remake. This did the original justice in many, many ways. In some ways it didn't. The villains, enough said. But honestly, I recommend this game. It does suck that Separate Ways is in Mercenaries or DLCs, but Separate Ways, I would say, is kind of worth it, but kind of not. I would say that's a judgment call. Mercenaries, I think, is good. The Mercenaries mode is fun and can kind of serve as kind of a tutorial for the main game, so I'm kind of with that. Ashley was way better. Leon's character arc was interesting once I realized he was going through a character arc. The boss fights were good. The merchant was great, all the way through. The unlocks are pretty cool, and yeah, honestly, I say play both versions. RE4 Remake is a damn good game, and I stand behind that statement 1000%. I prefer the original, but that is my bias is for the original speaking, and I will fully own up to that. Definitely worth playing both. Absolutely. I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually I should actually see about doing some Dead Meat inspired awards, but in a different sense, because with only 2 playable story characters, it feels kind of redundant. So let's go ahead and do. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. How many sessions did I do for this one? 7, exactly the same as the original. Ha! That's funny. So yeah. So for the record, as I bring up my review ranking spreadsheet here, to kind of give you guys a thingy, it was the original got plus 146, which was accomplished with 61 to story and 85 to gameplay. With a session count of 7, the original RE4 got a positive on average of 20.86 positives per session. So basically roughly 21 positives per session. By contrast, as to the remake, had a positive on average of 11.57 event positives per session. So about 11.5 positives per session. Still good. Still really good. Good. For Remake, though, I'm actually going to give some different awards. So, for the first time ever, and this is actually going to be relevant in a couple of games that I'm going to play after all of the funded games are done, I'm actually going to go ahead and give the Golden Gun and Jammed Beretta awards. These are brand new categories that I came up with the other day. For best gun in a game in a shooter, which is basically what this is. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the Golden Gun an award for best gun to the Red 9 because I love the Red 9. It's not the best gun ever, but it was still good, and it still had some good stopping power and was fun to use. I'll give the Jammed Beretta for worst weapon in the game to the Bolt Thrower. it had a couple of uses if you had the explosive add-ons, but otherwise, it just was there and not very interesting. Slash crime. I'll give the Golden Masamune by default to Wesker for being the best, for being the only villain that I could actually take seriously in this game at all. God damn it! What the hell? And the Broken Shambhala for worst villain will go to all of the rest of them. Mendez was dumb with his stupid Amish hat. And Ramon was a non-entity for way too much of the game until his boss fight, which was the worst in the goddamn game. Sadler is an absolute giant nothing burger of a villain, and don't even get me started on Krauser again. Just don't even get me started on him again. Crimson Flower Award for Best Waifu. You already know which one's getting this one. It's Ashley. Come on. How could it be anybody but Ashley? Ashley. Also kind of helped by the fact that there are very few female characters in this game, so there's that. Which, yes, means the Crimson Flower Award for Worst Waifu goes to frickin' Ada, because what the hell happened with her? Yeesh. I'll give the Jade Dragoon Award for Best Husbando to Leon. Supportive, awesome, and badass throughout the entire game. Yeah, that it goes without saying. Really. And then Toothless Lion for Worst Husbando. I'm going to actually signal out Krauser in this one for this category because, seriously, what the hell was up with Krauser in this game? Ugh. God, I hated him. And that's it. Resident Evil 4 Remake. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, like I said, this is a good game. This is actually a very, very good game. I enjoyed my time with this game very much so. Oh, I am absolutely here to. I'm actually absolutely here for it. Yeah. Do I want to give this thing? Do I want to give this thing the? There was another one. Where was that? Nah, I'll just say hey there. But yeah, no, that is Resident Evil 4 Remake. Good game. Really good game. Highly recommend it. Play it if you can. But that's gonna do it. For RE4 Remake. Next up on the docket, Chrono Trigger. So for those catching us on YouTube, we'll see you in a bit, a couple of days for Chrono Trigger. And for those catching me live, not ending the stream for today. So, and for those on YouTube, this is Blue Wolf Alex the Lore Walker signing out. Have a good one. Play RE4 Remake.